Okay, another new filament from Eryone. I have to figure out how they pronounce that. Maybe they say on their website. Anyway, we just I posted a video recently about this Eryone Galaxy Red for a project I'm working on, and I needed one other color, which was Galaxy Black. So that's this one. As you can see, it's got a really nice vacuum. Look how far in that plastic is sucked in. So we'll open this up. Comes in a 1 kilogram reel, which is important for me. I'll explain in a minute. One thing is cheaper. Cheaper to buy 1 kilogram at a time. Got a nice desk and pack as usual. So this is very dark, but it's got this silver flecks in it. So just like this one, it's got some shine to it, but it's more subtle. Now, what I'm using it for right now is I'm using it for this Beskar Ingot. So this is a thing from Star Wars, from the Mandalorian show, where the Mandalorian gets some ingots as payment for one of his jobs. So when he finds Baby Yoda, and I decided to make a black version for the Death Watch clan, because this is stamped with the Imperial stamp. This is stamped with Death Watch. So this is the black version, and originally I used this really cool filament from Europe called Filamentum to make this. And the problem with this is it was very expensive. It had to be imported from Europe. I did find it in Canada and also at one United States, I think it was, might have been Matter Hackers, I can't remember right now. But this only came in a 3/4 kilogram reel, so it was expensive. 3/4 kilogram reel. All right, well, when I finished using it up, I need to get some more. I just have this little residual left. I ended up looking around, and I found this Form Futura version. This is called Space Gray. I think this was called Galaxy Gray. Yeah. And this is made with one called Titanium Silver from Filamentum. And this it's very similar color. In fact, it looks identical to me. So they're probably using the same source materials, but this is more available. But again, it's only a 3/4 kilogram reel, so it's still fairly expensive compared to these 1 kilogram reel versions. All right, so enter Eryone. Now this one, it is darker. It's a little bit darker, you can see, because it's Galaxy Black, not Galaxy Gray. But for this thing like this Death Watch, their color is black, so this will actually be a better fit for this product and the new thing I'm doing right now, which I'll show you at the end. So let's see how much we got. I always like to check that. Turn on our scale. Grams. So we got 1,206 grams. That includes the reel. That's very similar to what we got on this one. And like I did before, just for fun, we'll tear it. We'll tear the thing with this CC3D, which is, it's not the same reel. It's a little bit, this weighs less than this, I'm pretty sure, because it has more internal structure in it. And we'll just double check we got our kilogram. Yeah, so this is 1,050. So we got something over 1 kilogram, which is great. And as I noticed on this one, the winding is a little bit haphazard here. The winding on this one is very straight. And I think it's because these two filaments are a little bit stiff, so they don't wind as smoothly as some of the other ones. But it's not really a big deal. You just have to keep an eye on it when it first starts to make sure it's unwinding properly. And as long as you keep control of the end of this filament, it's never gonna. I'm sure it doesn't overlap or go under other filaments on here and get tangled. So you just have to be a little careful when you first start, which is what I found out with this one. All right, so we're gonna do our usual test. It probably will print exactly the same. These will probably print exactly the same, but I like to do the test anyway, just to make sure. And so we'll do a temperature tower. We'll do a bed and layer adhesion test, and then we'll do a fun test. We're going to do 3D fill and compare it to some other ones we've done. So that's our task for today. I forgot to mention these ingots are available on my Star Wars, on my Etsy store, and they're weighted with steel, so they're heavy. They look like plastic. I mean, and they have a nice Damascus pattern on the front and back and all around. So these are, I try to make it as screen accurate as possible. So just check in the description. There's a link to my Etsy store. All right, so let's load this up. So now this particular Eryone reels, unfortunately, the spacers we have here that we use for keeping the reel in check, will actually fit inside this, and this causes a lot of extra friction. This is not it's a lot more surface area here to rub up against. So my solution has been to just take a piece of cardboard and make a thing like this, and then now it'll turn freely like the other reels. So put the spacer on the other side, just to keep it from wobbling around. Put in the side loader, and you take off the end there. Break off now. It's taped on there. Alright, we'll cut this off. I want this paper interfering with things, so let's get this off of here. I'll get that off later. Now we cut the end off with our nippers. See how this is kind of kinked here? You gotta get rid of that. And this, like I said, this is fairly stiff filament, so it does go through the tubes okay, but you gotta keep track of what it's doing and not let it get off of this reel, because if it does, it'll get all tangled up. So, all right, let's. I'll load it up and we'll start the temperature tower. So I'll switch to the time lapse. Shut off at some point, not sure why. Anyway, it's done, and looks like a clean build. Let's go ahead and get it farther up here. Check the bed adhesion. The adhesion's perfect. Up easy. Bottom's clean. And like the printed basically the same as the Galaxy Red. A little bit of sagging at 225. Yeah, I'd say it printed basically identically. The pointy thingies on the Galaxy Black is a little bit better. Alright, so see the shiny part, it's not just all black. So anyway, we'll do the bed and layer adhesion test, and hopefully the time lapse will work better this time. Alright, so far things are working out. It, but we're using 225 and 40-degree bed temperature, which is what we used for the Galaxy Red. I did mention it in the setup video. You saw that. Anyway, let's check our strength. Looks pretty good to start with here. And let's check the Bed adhesion. Yeah, bed adhesion is super clean. Look at that bottom. Perfect. And let's squeeze. Yep, strong. So we have good layer adhesion, especially at this joint. That's the weak point. And the inset letters look perfect, and the raised letters look perfect as well. So this is here's the Galaxy Gray from on this side from Form Futura. It looks even closer. I thought this is a little bit lighter, and this is a little bit darker, which is actually what I want. This has more, a few more sparkles in it. Looks like maybe slightly bigger. I think it's aluminum particles. So darker is actually better for my application. So this, I prefer this now. I'm going to use this up first because I already bought it. But once it runs out, I'll just use this. And so here's the regular black that I'm using. So it's kind of shiny, but you can see this has a lot more going on. This is more dynamic looking because of the sparkles. So this is good for some applications, but for the new product I'm working on, this is going to be perfect. And also to do the Beskar ingots from Death Watch, this will be perfect as well. So, all right, looking good. For our fun print, we're going to do a 3D fill astronaut. It's my favorite astronaut. And this is done using the titanium silver version. I think this is the Form Futura version too. I'm not positive. This could be the original one. The Filamentum. I didn't write it on the bottom. So anyway, this guy's fun to print. Doesn't take too long, about an hour. And we'll print this in the dark color. Yeah, this one. We'll print this in our new Galaxy Black and see how it turns out. See how his fill turned out. There's no string coming from the top of his head, so that's good. So the string is not an issue. So this kind of thing. Bed adhesion is perfect. His feet look super clean. And he looks like he's ready for space. So the other things to check here are stringing in between his legs, which looks like it didn't really happen, so that's good. And some overhangs, 45-degree rise here on his backpack, and some steep overhangs over here on his arm, on his hands. And the top of his head looks really clean, nice and. I mean, there's some layer lines, obviously. This is printed at 0.2 millimeter layers, but it looks great. So let's compare him to the Galaxy or titanium silver. What's it called? Rapunzel silver, I think, is the original one from Filamentum, and I think the Form Futura version is Galaxy Silver. These guys make a Galaxy Silver, so when I run out of this, I'm going to get some more of this. Yeah, because it'll be cheaper. It comes in 1 kilogram, plus it's cheaper overall, and it's made available in the United States without extra import, shipping and so forth. So. Alright, so I'm really happy with this. On to my real project for sale on my Etsy store, and I'll go ahead and add on a link about a little short video about that once I have it all ready to go. So I would say thumbs up for the Eryone Galaxy filaments. So far, 2 of them are printed really well, and I'm really happy about it.
If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Post a comment if you have any questions or ideas, and I'll try to respond. That's all for now, but more videos are coming, and if you want to see them, please subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification icon if you don't want to miss one. This is Beta Cygni signing out, and keep looking up.